Asha yoga and yoga therapy. In this practice, we will be looking at the energetics of the lower 3 chakras or energy centers in the body. And it's understood in the energetics of our body in yoga that this is where our more primal base emotions and energies reside. So the practice we will be doing today will be centered around dissolving fear and stepping into our personal power. It's believed that the center of our body, where our Manipura Chakra is, the 3rd energy center, is where our seat of power resides. But often the more kind of lower tone energies like fear, doubt, anger, frustration, pain reside in here, and they're really heavy energies and they kind of pull us down. Underlying pretty much any negative emotion, you could pin it down to fear. There's a fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, fear of an unknown future, the fear of not having control, fear of making mistakes, fear of messing up. These are all limitations that we set for ourselves that keep us rooted and stuck and really hold us back from stepping into limitless potential that is available to us all, and stepping up and into higher states of consciousness, which is what we're really being asked to do at this time on the planet. Okay, come to your back and have your feet extended out long, legs extended out long, and rest your head down to the ground. As you inhale, raise both arms up and back to the ground, backs of the palms touch the floor. As you exhale, hands lower down, left leg extends up towards the ceiling. Flex the foot. Inhale, lower the left leg, arms raise up again, hands to the ground. Exhale, right leg extends up towards the ceiling, foot flexed. Inhale, start to feel your center expand as you raise the arms, lower the foot. Exhale as you bring the left leg up, thigh towards the belly, feel the navel contract a little. Inhale, raise the arms, lower the left foot. Use the full exhalation to bring the arms down and the right leg up. Last round, inhale, arms raise. Exhale, left leg. Flex the foot. Inhale, raise the arms, lower the left leg. Exhale the right leg. Arms come down. Use the whole breath out to get there. Lower the right leg. Inhale the arms. And this time bend the knees as your arms come down. Bring your legs into your belly and hug them towards your chest. Back of the neck lengthens. And start to feel your belly move towards your thighs. Connecting with your center and feeling the back body pressing into the ground. Shoulders soften. And then release your feet. Roll to your right and come over to hands and knees, all fours position. Breathe in, look forward, and then exhale, lower your hips down to your heels. Inhale, we're warming up the spine. Raise up, shoulders over wrists, chin towards the ground. Exhale, heels and hips come back together. Inhale, rise up, hands and knees. Exhale, hips to heels. Moving nice and slowly with your breath. Exhale, lower the hips. When we move like this, we're really allowing that energy to be gathering and distributing evenly, smoothly around the body. Rest in all fours and then tuck the toes. Send your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Hips are feet are about hip width. Hands are about shoulder width. Press the thumb and the first finger towards the ground. Looking towards the belly button, soften the knees and stretch the arms, pressing the floor away from you. Connect with your breath in your belly again. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, feel the belly move back towards the spine and stoke that central fire. Look forward to your hands and just start to walk your feet towards the top of your mat. From a forward fold, bend the knees, sit the hips back and reach the arms forward, coming all the way up to a standing pose. We'll be moving through some dynamic forward folds and staying in the forward fold and breathing. For the first round, 1 breath, second round, 2 breaths, third round, 4 breaths. And when we stay longer in a forward fold, it really brings this sense of grounding, stability, which we need. We need that foundation before we can start to work with the layers of our stuff. So, standing at the top of your mat, as you inhale, use the full breath in to raise the arms up. Soften the knees, exhale, fold forward, lower the hands towards the ground. Bend the knees as much as you need to so your fingers can touch the ground. If you can't reach the ground, just have the hands resting on the shins. Breathe here. Exhale. Soften the knees, inhale, come all the way up. Lower the arms on the exhalation. Inhale, round 2, arms raise up. Exhale, bend at the hips, fold forward. Stay here and breathe in. Lengthen the back of the neck, exhale. Inhale, fill the belly. Exhale, navel contracts back towards the front of the spine, hollowing out. Inhale, soften the knees, arms reach forward and up. Exhale, smoothly lower the hands using the full exhalation. Last round, reaching the arms up on the inhalation. Stretching the spine, exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward. Soften your knees. Connect with the ground or your shins. Inhale here. Exhale, relax the body. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, meeting your awareness at your center. Inhale. Long exhale, grounding through your feet.
Inhale, fill the chest all the way into the abdomen. Exhale, top of the head heavy. Soften your knees. Inhale, reach the arms up.
Exhale, lower your hands down by the sides of your body. And just take a moment to feel heavy through your feet. Feel the effects of gravity drawing you towards the ground. Bring your hands to your belly, connecting with your stable center. And then coming back into a forward fold, just soften the knees, release the hands forward, bend the knees as much as you need to. Step your feet back. And coming back to downward facing dog. And then lower your knees to the ground as you inhale. Head parallel to the ground, untuck the toes. Tuck the toes again. Send the hips up and back as you exhale to downward facing dog. Stay here and breathe in. Exhale. Inhale, lower the knees to the ground. Look forward, but don't crank the back of the neck. Untuck the toes. Tuck the toes again. Exhale, sit the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Stay here. Inhale. Stay here and exhale. 2 breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale, lower your knees to the ground. Looking to the top of your mat, untuck the toes. Exhale, tuck the toes, move the hips up and back. We're going to stay here for 4 breaths this time. As you inhale, fill your chest. As you exhale, press the floor away from you. Lift the hips, hollow out the belly. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Fill the chest all the way to the upper abdomen. Exhale, navel moves back. Hollow the belly out. Bend the knees. Inhale. Exhale. This time, inhale and move to a plank position so your shoulders are over your wrists. You might want to lower your knees to the ground if that's pretty strong for you. If it's too challenging for your wrists, you can also come to your forearms and do the knees down forearm variation, forearms down, knees off the ground variation, or full plank. Whichever position you've chosen, what we're looking to do is feel our core. So just lift your hips a little until you feel the center of your body switch on. Stay here. Let your mind go to that place where it's kind of gets a little bit fired up, where it wants to pull out of the pose. Often in life when things get challenging, we don't have that option. But if we can stay in the pose that's a little bit challenging and use our tools of yoga to breathe and to steady ourselves within the challenge, then we take that out into life, and it's a really helpful coping mechanism. Last breath. Lower the knees. Elbows tuck in, come all the way to your belly. And then just rest. Choose a position for your arms. And just feel into the heat that you've just generated in your body. And then bring your hands towards your ribs. Head turns towards the center. Shoulder blades roll back. Feel the belly press to the ground. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, stay here. Inhale, lift just a little. Exhale, lower the belly down. The forehead comes towards the ground. Turn the head to the opposite side. Inhale back, baby cobra. You want the hands to be quite light. We're going to stay here for 2 breaths. Exhale. Make sure you're not tightening your shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale, come to the ground. Turn the head to the other side. Soften the muscles of the back. Last time inhaling, we're going to stay for 4 breaths. Turn the head to the center, inhale. Lift the heart away from the ground. You might be able to come up a tiny bit higher this time. Again, very light in the hands, like you could almost lift them off the ground. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the belly press to the ground. Navel moves up and back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Head turns to the other side. Arms come to rest. Soften the muscles of your back. And in this rest, bring to mind a time in your life where everything was going your way, where you were really strong in your sense of self, your personal power, where you felt like nothing would hold you back. Those are the energies that we want to connect with to bring that sense of uplifting, of moving forward, connecting with a vision that we have of ourselves and our lives. And then bring your hands back by your ribs. Tuck the toes. Bring yourself up and back to child's pose. Come to hands and knees, all fours. Inhale. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back. Look forward to the front of your mat. You're going to take your right leg and draw the knee in towards the center. Step the right foot forward. Turn the back foot down. Bring your hands up to your hips. And meet in a warrior one shape. So with your left leg back, right leg forward, square your hips towards the front of your mat and bend your front knee. We're going to work through dynamic warrior vibrational just to help build a little bit of energy. These standing poses are quite a potent way just to bring some energy into the body. And then we'll hold for a few breaths and just see what happens in the mind. So start with the front leg straight, reach the arms up, and then bend the front knee. Inhale here. Exhale as you straighten the front leg, lower the hands down. Bend the front knee, inhale. Exhale, straighten, lower the hands down. Bend the front knee, inhale. Belly, upper abdomen, chest fill. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Use the lower part of your abdomen to draw the breath in and up. Bend the front knee, inhale. Belly, chest fill. Straighten the front leg, exhale. Use the contractive force of your lower abdomen to draw breath up. Inhale, last round dynamically. Exhale. Then bend the front knee, raise the arms, bend the elbows, press the palms back. Stay here and exhale. So you want to find this lift on the inhalation, and then this sense of grounding and using the pelvic floor muscles to create a little bit of a lift. So you're dynamically working with your breath, but holding the body as steady and as still as you can. Being careful to not lock the shoulders. Last breath, lifting the heart. Exhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms up, lower the hands down, step your left foot forward. And then just pause, notice the energy that's been woken up. And then step your right leg back this time. Hips square to the front. Reach the arms up as you bend the front knee. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, straighten the front leg, lower the hands. Working with the breath to bring the arms up. Slow raise to the hands. Gentle arch to the back, front knee bends. Exhale, lower the hands. Bend the front knee, inhale. Chest fills, abdomen fills. Exhale, use the dynamic force of your exhale to draw the pelvis up. Inhale, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale. Last time dynamically, bend the front knee, raise the arms. Bend the elbows, stay here. Feel like you're drawing your shoulder blades back as you lift your heart, but tuck the tailbone a touch to connect you to the ground. Feel the stability and strength through your legs. Back heel pressing to the ground. And then draw your breath in and lift the heart. As you exhale, engage the pelvic floor for grounding. And just let those two energies meet, gather at the center. Keep your gaze forward and steady. If your eyes are moving around, if you're fidgeting with your body, it's a bit of a sign that there's some mental disturbance or busyness. Notice what arises mentally for you as you stay for just a few more rounds of breath here. Last breath in. Straighten the front leg, raise the arms up. Lower the hands down as you exhale, step your back foot forward. And pause. Hands come to the abdomen, soften the shoulders. Breathe into your center. Okay, open your eyes and step your feet out wide along the long edge of your mat. Have your feet parallel. We'll be moving through some twisting now and adding a little bit of a lateral into the mix. So twisting is an energetic way that we can help process the stuff of the lower three chakras. So anything that we're kind of mulling over that's a little bit challenging, by twisting, we're tapping into the digestive and assimilative forces of our being and helping the process along. So lift your arms to shoulder height on the inhalation. Take your left hand to the ground on an exhalation. If you can't quite reach the ground, here's a great place to put a block or a little pot or a little stool. And then look up to the top hand if your neck's okay. We're going to inhale and reach that top hand forward, following the hand with your head. Exhale, reach that top arm back up. Inhale, rise up, hands to shoulder height. Exhale, right arm comes down. Look up to the top hand. Inhale, reach the arm forward, follow the arm with your head or look to the ground. Exhale, take the arm back up, Inhale, rise back up to shoulder height. Left hand down, exhale. Look up to the top hand, inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, bring it back up. Inhale, arms to shoulder height. Right hand moves down to the center. Look up to the top hand. Inhale, reach that arm forward, looking towards the hand or to the ground. Exhale, arm reaches back up. Inhale, arms to shoulder height. Left hand lowers down. This time let's take it for a count of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, stretch the top arm forward. Exhale, bring the top arm back up. Follow it with your gaze. Inhale, rise up. Right hand comes to the ground or a block. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Follow the top hand with your gaze. Inhale, stretch it forwards. Exhale, bring the top arm back up. Inhale, rise up. Let's take it for a count of 8 now if you can. If not, stay for 6. Exhale, left hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, reach. Exhale, long breath out. Inhale, arms come back up to shoulder height. Exhale, right hand comes down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look to the top hand. Reach it forward. Inhale. Exhale, rise that arm back up. Inhale, arms come back to shoulder height. Exhale, lower the hands, pause. And then reach the arms back up to shoulder height on an inhalation. Exhale, take the left hand down to the mat. Look up to the top hand, or look out, or look down. Find a comfortable position for your head. I'm going to stay here and breathe in the twist. Bring your breath back to your belly, inhaling and expanding the abdomen. Exhale, gentle contraction to the navel. If that's too strong for your top arm, you're welcome to bring it down and put the hand on the hip. Stay with the pose, stay with your breath. Notice what's arising. We want some challenge and a little bit of spiciness to come out of this. Take your one more breath in, one more breath out, and then inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower the hands, close the eyes just for a moment. Breathe into whatever's arising for you. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, the right hand down. Look up to the top hand, or out to the side, or down to the ground. Remember, you can be resting that bottom hand on a block. Top hand can be on the hip. We want to increase our awareness in the abdomen and meet the challenge with a really calm awareness. One more breath in. One more breath out. Look down to the ground. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, pause, lower the hands. Step your feet together. Just bathe in the awareness of your inner transformative fire. Okay, take your feet a little bit wider, maybe hip width. We're going to work with a technique called Uddiyana Bandha. And Uddiyana Bandha is a energetic lock we apply at the end of our exhalation. So when we finish our exhalation, we hold the breath out and lift the navel, hollowing the belly out. We hold that for a few seconds and then we release and breathing. I'll talk you through it. So with your feet a little bit wider than your hips, bend your knees and rest your hands down to your knees. Take your breath in and just lift your heart, lift your chin a little. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone a touch, and then inhale again, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine. This time release all the breath out. You can even blow that last bit of breath out. Hold the breath out and draw your navel back towards your spine. Feel a sense of lifting, of lightness. Relax the belly. Inhale softly into the chest. Lift the heart. Exhale, gentle tuck to the pelvis, tuck to the chin, round the spine. Hold all your breath out. Suck the navel back, lift, contract, maybe even gently lifting the pelvic floor. And then relax the belly. Inhale. Try to keep calm the whole way through. We'll do one more. Tuck the chin, tuck the hips a little. Exhale all your breath out. The end of the exhale, suspend the breath, pull the navel back, hollow the belly out. Get a sense of your pelvic floor lifting, contracting Mula Bandha, the root lock at the same time. Hold it just a little bit longer than what feels comfortable. When you're ready, relax. Come back up to standing, step the feet together. Relax the body. Close the eyes, bring your hands back to your belly and just sense the effects of the Uddiyana Bandha. And then step back to the front of your mat. Come down to the ground and rest to your back with your feet flat, hands by the sides of the body. So we're going to move into another variation using the Uddiyana Vayu, and we'll be working dynamically in bridge pose, but the breath will be the merger of the energy. So you have your feet about hip width, arms resting down by the sides of the body, head to the center, back of the neck long. Try not to move the head around in this shape. And then as you inhale, raise your hips towards the ceiling, raise the arms up as well. And stay here with the hips and the arms lifted. Exhale in this shape. Release all the breath out. When your breath is empty, lower your hips to the ground on empty. Feel the navel draw in and up. Inhale, release, soften the belly, lower the arms to the ground. Exhale here. Inhale, raise the arms, raise the hips. Keep the hips lifted, keep the arms lifted. Exhale, release all the breath out. At the end of your exhale, lower the hips down, keep the arms lifted. You're not breathing at the moment, you're empty. When the hips touch the ground, soften the belly. and lower your arms down. Inhale. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, lift the arms, raise the hips to the ceiling. Breathing into the chest as you expand up. Stay here, keep the hips elevated. Exhale, all the breath out, emptying out, hollowing out. Lower the hips down on empty. Inhale, relax the belly, lower the arms, and then just pause. Straighten your legs. Close the eyes and just feel that effect through the body. And then turn your palms to the ground, bend the knees, draw them into the center, shins a little bit higher than parallel to the ground. Heels move away from you slightly. So again, we're working to build this awareness and strength in the center of the body. And just breathe naturally. No breath retention, nothing technical with the breath. Just allow the breath to come into the abdomen on the inhale and feel your back flatten to the ground. So keep your back flat to the ground for this whole time. Keep the rest of the body relaxed apart from what's engaged. When we allow the body to relax in our yoga practice, we're creating this fluid channel for energy to move. If we're holding the body tense, it's going to block energy. Stay for a little bit longer. Your body might be starting to shake. That's okay. Just let that happen. Try not to think about it too much. Stay steady. And then bring your thighs back, hug the knees in. Bring your feet down, rest for a moment. We're next going to move into an inversion called Viparita Karani. And when we invert, we're moving the energy in a different way in the body. So our hips are higher than our heart's higher than our head, and we're just reversing the flow of energy so that base energy can be moved up and towards that fire that I was talking about before, the Agni of the center of the body. So if for some reason inversions aren't for you, you can do this same pose with something under your hips, like a block. It doesn't have to be a block, it can be a book, it can be anything that's got a little bit of height to it, and just elevate the legs. They don't even have to be straight. Just something that gives you a little bit of height in the hips. Otherwise, bring your knees into your center. Hands rest to the ground. As you rock up, bring the hands behind the lower back. And just hold the hips, creating a support for the hips to rest in. Upper arms are supporting you, back of the neck long, and have your toes over your face. So we're not lifting up into the full shoulder stand. Holding in Viparita Karani like this allows us to stay a lot longer. So we can do a little bit of work with our breath. So connecting with that energy of your center, thinking about your fears, your doubts, your worries, your concerns, any frustrations. And as you inhale, visualize that drawing up the spine to the throat. Hold it there. Exhale, release through the top of the head, so you're visualizing all that sticky stuff moving out, being purified. Inhale, visualize from the center, the breath moves all of that unhelpful stuff up through the spine to the throat to Vishuddhi Chakra, where it's cooled and purified. And then exhale, release that awareness out through the top of the head. Inhale as you visualize all the sticky stuff at the navel center, all your base, lower tone, thoughts, feelings, emotions, move them up through the spine on the inhalation. Hold it at the throat. Visualize this cooling, purifying quality. And then as you exhale, use your imagination and awareness to move that out the top of the head. Continue like this for about 5 more breaths. And then slowly start to either lower your feet back over the head, and then use your arms as brakes to help your spine and hips roll back to the ground, nice and controlled. We don't want to disturb the energy that we've just cultivated too much. Lower the feet to the ground. Straightening the legs. Just resting here for a few breaths. We're going to counterpose in a minute, but just for now, just be still and just allow the energy of the inversion, which is quite a powerful, transformative energy, to just settle. And then bring your knees back, roll to one side. Come all the way over and across onto your belly, where we'll counterpose the shoulder stand, but also help to continue with that release of the heavier energies. Doing these belly down back bends really allows our liver and spleen to help with that assimilative process of releasing. When there's too much heat in the body, it can present as an energy of frustration or anger or just feeling a little out of sorts. So really connect with your breath in your belly now as your abdomen is pressed towards the ground. And then turn your head to the left cheek, so you're facing the right. Have your hands down beside the body. As you inhale, you're going to sweep your right arm around to the front, turn the head to the ground. Back of the neck stays long. And then as you exhale, take that right arm back by the side of the body, turn the head to the left and lower it down so your right cheek touches the ground. Inhale, sweep the left arm out to the side, reach the arm forward. Exhale, sweep the arm back, turn the head to the other side, left cheek to the ground. Relax the back in between. This time as you sweep your right arm forward, inhale and take your left leg off the ground as well. Stretching leg back and arm forward. Exhale, right arm comes down, left leg comes down, turn the head to the other side. Inhale, left arm sweeps forward, right leg extends. Exhale, left arm comes down, right leg lowers, turn the head towards the right. 2 more times, inhale. Exhale. Last round. Synchronizing breath and movement. And then let your hands move forward by your ribs. Head turns towards the ground. Press the hands into the ground, lift the chest off the ground. Bend the knees, lift the heels towards the buttocks. Stay here and breathe. Thighs drawing together, chest lifting. Make sure you're not dumping into the shoulders. You want to be lifting up and away from the ground. Shoulders moving down away from the ears. If this is too strong, bring the hands further forward and lower the legs. Otherwise, just stay and breathe. Meeting your stuff that comes up with a balanced, equanimous, and accepting mind. Last breath in. Lower to your left or right cheek. Hands come forward. Rest the feet to the ground and let everything soften out. Yoga works intelligently on the energetics of the body so that we're balancing all the systems in a holistic way. We're not just focusing on toning certain muscle groups. We're not just focusing on losing weight. It works with the nervous system, the organ health, the mind, the physicality of the body. It's all good and well to have a strong, fit muscular body. But if the health of the organs is poor, then our mental hygiene is not taken care of, then we're going to end up suffering. So when yoga is done correctly, it's an incredible system to vitalize and nourish the whole body, mind and being. So let's take our hands back to our ribs, lift up to and back to child's pose. Your arms can be extended forwards or down by the sides of the body. And just let your mind cool. If you need a little bit more height, you can bring your hands forward to rest the head on, or have something higher than that. If your hips don't touch your heels, don't worry. Just find a position where you can be easy and comfortable. And then roll all the way over onto your back. I'm going to finish with some twisting and some forward folding, just to balance things out. Still focusing on the navel center. So extend your left leg, bend the right knee, and take the sole of your right foot to your left thigh. Arms come out to a wide T shape at shoulder height. As you inhale, turn your head to the left, let the right knee open out to the right. The sole of the foot stays on the thigh. As you exhale, bring the right knee across the body and over to the left, head to the right. Inhale, knee moves back to center and across to the right, head to the left. Exhale, right knee moves to the left, head moves to the right. Do 4 more like this with your breath, opening the knee to the right on the inhale, taking the knee across the body and twisting on the exhale. Nice and slow movements linked with your breath. I invite you to close your eyes and really take your awareness to the internal workings of the body. On the 4th repetition of this, keep your knee to the left. So you're just going to pause and breathe. Inhale, knee comes back to center. Lower the right leg down. Left knee bends, left sole of the foot comes to the right thigh. And inhale, open the knee to the left, head to the right. Exhale, knee moves across the body. Inhale, knee to the left, head to the right. Last round, inhale, knee to the left, gaze to the right, just letting the head roll. And then take your left knee across. Exhale all the air out, stay here. Don't worry too much if your left shoulder rocks off the ground. This is more targeted at the hips and lower back. Let the breath fill the belly. You can rest your right hand to your left knee if that helps. Inhale, left knee comes back to center. Bend both knees. Take your hands to your knees. And as you exhale, draw the knees in towards the belly. And then lower your feet to the ground. You're going to roll over and up to a seated position. With our legs extended, you might want to sit up on a little blanket or pillow here, particularly if your hamstrings are quite tight. You can always have your knees a little bit bent, which will give you a bit more space in your hamstrings, which will give you more space in your spine. So inhale, raise the arms up, upper arms by your ears. Exhale, reach the arms forward towards the feet. And then inhale, come up again. Exhale, lean forward. Try not to let the upper part of your back round. If that means stopping halfway, then do that. You'll know because your arms won't be in line with your ears. Keep folding a little bit deeper if you can. Inhale, come up. Feeling the pulse in the navel as you exhale and fold forward. And this time reach your arms towards your feet. If you can reach your feet or hold onto the legs if that's where you're more comfortable. Remember, you can bend your knees if you need to. I suggest having a slight bend in the knees. And then lift and lengthen. Feel the heart draw forward. Exhale and soften. Back of the neck lengthens. Inhale, pulse up. Straightening the arms wherever they are. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. Pause here. Lift the heart again. Tuck the chin so the back of the neck's long. It's almost like you're trying to lean back a little to get more lift through your heart, chest and spine. But at the same time, you're still getting that forward fold in the lower part of the spine. Close your eyes. Inhale. And as you exhale, let the breath suspend at the end of the exhale and just let your mind fill that space. Inhale when you need to. We're going to stay here for about another minute Keeping that length through the spine, the focus to the breath, pausing at the end of the exhale, holding the breath gently and letting your mind open into that still, quiet space. Inhale, reach the arms forward, arms in line with the ears. Torso moves up. Exhale, hands come down by the hips. Dandasana. And just pause here. Light through the hands, tall through the spine. And then come down to your mat to lie on your back. Make yourself comfortable for Shavasana. So your feet a little bit wider than your hips, arms a little bit of a distance away from the body. Keep that length through the back of your neck. If you like, you can have both hands resting to the abdomen. It's a nice way to stay grounded and have your awareness to that part of the body. For the first few rounds of breathing in this resting position, inhale and visualize from your feet up to your head, filling with breath. Exhale from your head down to your feet. Inhale, soles of the feet fill through the legs, through the torso to the crown of the head. Exhale from the crown of the head down to the feet. Inhale and acknowledge that quality of the inhale, bringing with it vitality, health, the ability to bring fresh energy in. As you exhale, acknowledge that fears, doubts, uncertainties, challenges are a natural part of life. And let the exhalation empty you out to create space for them to be processed. As you inhale, flush from feet to head, filling the body with light, with prana, fresh energy. Exhale from head through the torso, down the spine, drawing out, exhaling away any darkness, making space to process our more challenging emotions, thoughts, feelings, fears. let that visualization go and just let your body completely surrender, soften, let your breath return to normal. To a very soft inhale and exhale. And just enjoy being. Letting go of any tension that you might still be holding, letting that dissolve into the space around you, your whole body melt, easy, effortless. And now use your breath to bring your awareness back to your body. So deepening on the breath and starting to feel some sense of movement come back to your extremities, fingers, toes. You might like to roll your head gently from left to right. Breathing a little bit deeper and making some bigger movements, maybe stretching the body. Drawing your knees in and then rolling to your right side. Stay here for about 30 seconds. And just remember the sweetness of your meditation, Shavasana. And when you're ready, join me in a seated position. We'll finish with some pranayama, some breathing. So again, sitting up on a meditation prop, a cushion, a block, or a chair where you can have your spine nice and tall and free. we'll be working with a breath technique called Savitri pranayama, and it's a really amazing way to restore balance to the nervous system, and it's translated as the supreme breath. This is something that you can do every day to really help build up that capacity to be in your personal power. So traditionally it's an inhalation for 8 seconds, a breath hold for 4 seconds on the inhale, exhalation for 8 seconds, hold at the end of the breath for 4 seconds. We're going to start with the breath count of 6, 3, 6, 3. And then if you've got the capacity, take it up to 8, 4, 8, 4. For some, it's a little bit intense to hold the breath or work with a longer breath like that, but we've done a lot of work in our practice here to build it up. So just see how you go. At no point should your breath feel forced. If you feel like you're gulping or getting stuck on the breath, then just reduce it. So rest your hands to your thighs with the palms turned down for some grounding energy. Long, tall spine, chin parallel to the ground. Relax the shoulders, close your eyes. Tune into your breath. And then next inhale, working with a breath of 6 seconds. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath out, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath for 3, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath out, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath out, 2, 3. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath, 2, 3. Exhale, draw the navel inward and up, 4, 5, 6. Hold the contraction, 2, 3. Relax the belly, inhale, chest fills, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath full, awareness to the upper belly. Exhale, navel contracts, draw the belly inward and upwards, 4, 5, 6. Hold the breath, soft contraction, navel, pelvic floor. Inhale, soften, fill the chest, keep going. Stay with the 6-3, 6-3 ratio, or take it up a notch, 8 seconds in, 4 second hold, 8 seconds out, 4 second hold out. Collecting these two energies of the inhalation, of the exhalation, and as you breathe, just feel them meet in the middle, this collision of energy in the middle of the body that's helping to dissolve that lower baseline fear, contractive energy. Notice if you're building tension into your body, particularly in the shoulders and jaw. It's often at about this stage, when we've been doing pranayama for a few minutes, that the mind can get a little bit provoked. See if you can push through that, stay steady, and just notice what's coming up for you. Let this be your last breath, and then just let your breath return to a natural rhythm. Don't rush it if you're still going. So let go of the breath retention, let go of the breath count, and just start to visualize the breath at the nostrils. Get this sense of each nostril receiving breath. Like two streams of breath coming in each nostril, left and right. Feeling cooler on the inhalation, more neutral on the exhalation. Just refining our awareness and our focus. And let those two streams of breath come in and meet at the junction of the eyebrows. Exhale from the eyebrow center down, out each nostril. Two streams of breath coming in the nostrils and meeting at the apex, like a triangle point between the eyebrows. Keep working with your breath like this. Let it be soft and easy. It's more energetic sense that we're cultivating now. Like you're gathering prana from the outside and bringing it in. And then move your awareness to your heart space, center of the chest. And let that prana build there as you gently rise on the inhale, gently contract on the exhale. Energetically, our heart is the junction between the lower three chakras and the higher three chakras. And if we haven't dealt with this stuff in the lower three chakras and we try and do work with the higher energies, then it's not going to happen. there'll be a breakdown in communication from the heart. So visualizing now your heart breathing in and out, like your nostrils, I know it sounds funny, but like your nostrils were located in the center of the chest, the emotional heart center, the energetic heart center. Carrying that very soft energy and awareness, breathing at the heart, heart breathing. You might even be able to sense a light here, a flame glowing, illuminating, and carrying you into more awakened states of consciousness, where that stuff that once triggered you no longer does. Your resilience and tolerance has shifted. If you'd like to stay and meditate for a little longer, please just pause the video now. Always bring your hands together at your heart, bowing in and feeling a sense of gratitude for the transformative power of yoga and its ability to align us with the deeper wisdom of our bodies so that we can move into higher states beyond our limitations. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.